Hello, knockouts. Tonya TKO here, and I'm just coming out real quick. As you see, I didn't even put on my eyebrows today. I gotten some additional footage, so a special thank you to Lil Natural One on Instagram who sent me this additional footage, which shows a wider view of the McDonald's attack with the 40-year-old man who assaulted that 20-year-old black girl. The 40-year-old white male who assaulted the 20-year-old black female, while other men inside of the shop watched and did nothing really except maybe try to grab her. And so you'll see a greater perspective of that. I just want to show this to you all, and then I'm going to be jumping off of here because I'm going to be watching these R. Kelly videos today. So I want to get your take and your point of view about this with the wider footage. And then afterwards, I'll talk a little bit about some of the conversation we were having yesterday as well as today. So let's jump into it right now.
John! Wait! Hey! No! Get the police. Let her go. Stop fucking playing with me. 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 Pussy ass nigga. Pussy ass nigga. Play with it. I'm on that shit. 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 I'm not going home. Bitch, I'm on that shit. Stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me.
Excuse me,
I'm
sir.
calling the police. I'm on that.
Give me your phone.
Where my phone at? Man, where my phone at?
I'm on her ass fired right now.
No, you're gonna go to jail.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna turn
I
your
didn't
first.
call you. I was just asking you a fucking question,
Over
bitch. So
No,
you're gonna give me a goddamn refund.
Okay. So there, we saw that. So we saw two young black males there who, one of them, so as you see, he was like trying to hold her back from before the altercation started. And then after the man yiffed her up, he just stood back there and then he started pulling on her arms. If a person is defending themselves, why are you pulling on their arms? That's the part that's just so ridiculous to me. There was someone who commented on the YouTube page yesterday who said that she's from that part of Florida, and apparently it's like I was going to say it's like everyone is kung fu fighting out there. She said that this is typical. Fights are typical. That's why everyone is so nonchalant about it. Ridiculous. And then at the end, how the guy was like, I was just trying to talk to you. No, you don't yiff a person up like that trying to talk to them. Let's talk about some of the comments that came up yesterday. And then, like I said, we're going to jump off of this video. There were some people who were like, oh, this is not a race thing. And you know what? Those are ignorant people. And I wish that people like that would just be quiet. Just stay in your lane and allow people of color to have the conversation. Because racism is so embedded in the fabric of our being in this country that sometimes we think that something is just because, oh, we don't like a person. But there are... I feel so ridiculous having to explain this to people who have a vested interest in not getting it. There's some people who just don't know why they're annoyed by a person or why they feel the authority and the dominion over that person's body to want to put their hands on them. Also, I ask you all, please, show me some footage of a black man attacking a white girl while other white men stand around nonchalantly. Like there was a girl who posted a whole bunch of fast food fights, but she didn't realize that the video that she posted and tried to use this as her point actually proved my point, that the black woman is unprotected. And so let's go forward. Let's go forward. Let's talk about some of the things that I've heard. I keep hearing people saying that she was fired. According to what it is that I've read, she still has her job. People started a GoFundMe for her where they raised $50,000 for her and any type of legal fees that she may have. Also, the guy was arrested for, I think, 2 counts of battery. He came back and he kicked, we saw another black girl in that footage. I don't know if that's the employee that was kicked in the stomach. But he came in and he kicked another black employee. He tried to attack the manager when he came back. That's the only way that they knew who the guy was because he returned back. Other than that, they allowed him to leave. You know, the whole thing was just ridiculous. Like, you heard the cameraman speaking really softly. Let her go. Let her go. Get the police, get the police. And the girl who was attacked was the only person who was like really riled up. Like, we're calling the police. This is ridiculous. You just attacked me, right? So yeah, so she was on her own in that fight. I put up another video yesterday showing a different fast food scenario where people are like, oh, well, that guy was just pranking. But the thing about it is that the women inside that fast food joint didn't know that he was pranking, and they all stood together in solidarity. Some people were saying that there's a different type of camaraderie that exists in a workplace that is all female, because that second fast food restaurant seemed to be all female. People were saying that there's a different type of camaraderie. Also, the protagonist in the second video was black, and people were saying that there's a different type of way that black people get riled up against other black people versus the way they would get riled up towards a white person. This is what I'm saying. It's so embedded in our culture. And so, listen, you know what? And I, as a black woman, I'll say this, and then I'll jump back into what it is that we've heard and talked about. I, as a black woman, and I live on RV parks, and there are times that older white people, especially older white men, will speak to me in a manner that, one, I know that they would not talk to an older person like that. Two, I know that they would not talk to an older white person like that. And three, I know that they wouldn't talk to a white man the way that some of them speak to me. Like, I don't even want to get into any examples, but those of you who navigate out there in brown and black bodies or in young bodies. So in this case, with this man, I'm sure there were a lot of things that went through his mind, which made him feel the dominion to continue it talking, to grab a woman up by her, to yank her. Small girl like that? Come on. Ugh. I'm sure there were a lot of things that went through his mind. Gender, age, and race, I'm sure were all things that he factored into when he calculated, as well as impending threat or non-threat of some of the other people around. And as you see, they were still trying to serve him, looking for his receipt. You saw that there were people who were like, oh, let me just push her to the back of the store now. But other than that, listen, I want to hear your take on it. This footage, I think, provides more perspective. I don't know how the other footage that most people are passing around got cut off at the top. I don't know how it got like that, but I'm happy to see this one a little wider out. It does add greater perspective. And I can't think of any of the other things that we were seeing in the comments. The girl kept her job. The man was arrested. He came back and kicked another female. I don't know. You know what? We'll talk about it in the comments. If there's anything else that I forgot to say in this video, we'll talk about it down below. And then I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go watch these R. Kelly things now. I only see 2 pieces of the R. Kelly video, but somebody's saying it's a 6-part series. So I don't know if there's more that's going to be going on further, but I'll go and I'll look at what it is that I've seen published so far, and then we'll go from there. All right, so Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another, but most importantly, what? Love yourself. Love yourself. And I'll say this. There was somebody who commented yesterday who was talking about, no, we're not alone because we have Jesus, right? And I'll just say this, I think that there's something tremendously powerful in, let's say, not feeling as if you are quote unquote alone, as long as you do have yourself. And as long as you take the initiative that you need to protect yourself, instead of leaving that in the hands of other people, men included. So there are many women who are now talking about arming themselves with pepper spray, learning how to conceal and carry, learning how to shoot, as well as this whole thing is just so ridiculous, as well as taking self-defense classes. I cannot be against that. And for those of you who are Christian, they do say that God helps those who help themselves, right? So let's go from there. So listen, Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Peace.